Hi everybody, Cam Sweet here from the Garage Connection and Central Digger Supply. Coming to you today with another video in our series of kind of trying to review all these machines. Today we're going to specifically talk about this model. This is an AGT branded machine. It is an MX-MRW14, whatever that means. The biggest thing with this machine is not only does it have the wheels as opposed to the tracks, but it also has a self-leveling bucket feature that is not found on many models of these machines. So we're going to talk about this specific machine today. We're going to operate it a little bit, and we're going to see if maybe this is right for you or if you're better off looking elsewhere. So stay tuned for that. All right, so what we have here is an AGT MXMRW14. Now, what does that all mean? Well, I have absolutely no idea what any of the letters means. However, it says 14. I'm assuming because they mean it's 14 horse. That would make sense. And this is because this does in fact have the 420cc Ratto engine, which the power output of that engine is debated heavily. If it's 13 and a half, 14, 15, whatever, I'm just telling you it's in there. Additionally, what makes this machine kind of an oddball is not only the fact that it's got wheels, but it's got this auto leveling thing, and that's a weird feature that I'm 50-50 on if it makes sense. The auto leveling feature, okay? What it means is instead of just having a cylinder attached to the bucket, the cylinder is attached to a kind of an arm here that's attached top and bottom to the main arm on the machine. So in theory, this link and this cylinder kind of pivot back and forth, and that has to do with this arm going up here. But what it all basically means is that I can raise the bucket, and as you raise the bucket, its angle does not change, which is kind of nice until you get up here. So this is where the drawbacks come in right here, is that because of the fact that you need a second link attached to your machine, and there's really no good place to put it up here, they chose right in between your control sticks to put that link. Now, normal operation of the machine, not really a huge deal. I mean, I can fairly well kind of get around this, but what it does mean is that your guide bar here is very awkwardly flipped around from where you think it should be. You feel like it's kind of in the back. And also, it's a little bit sketchy with this member being right here. As you lift this thing up, the hoses kind of hit your hands as you move, and it's a little bit weird. So I'm going to show you what that means right now. The other thing that's kind of an oddball with this machine is the auxiliary hydraulic lever. So when I got it, it was like this, which I mean, I'm not a genius, but that doesn't seem to work. So you got to kind of kick it off to the side, and then you could use the aux hydraulics. I mean, I don't know if that's, I guess that's functional. It's actually, that almost seems kind of easier. But beyond that, the layout of the machine is very straightforward. The biggest thing is the controls are switched. So like this does the bucket curl, where on the other machine it does the up down. So you really have to get used to the machine you're operating. Now, no surprises down here in regards to the engine. We got the Ratto engine. You got the same battery cutoff you got on almost every one of these machines. The key switch is up here with a horn and a light. and the oil cooler is located on this side with a big fan, and the cooler itself is quite large. Now, a fairly large difference between this machine and the other wheeled ones that I have. This one does come with a significantly smaller bucket. It's pretty narrow. It only goes about half the width of the tire. I think it's like 32 inches wide, where the machines themselves are 37, 38 wide, somewhere around there. Or actually, it might even be in the 40s. But so that's kind of a, if that's a huge deal for you that the bucket's not the full width of the machine, then I guess that's a deal breaker. But you know, how do I feel about this machine versus one of the other ones? Well, I've already pretty much, I don't know, I've expressed how I felt about the track machines. I don't like the track machines. They're a pain in the ass. Tracks always fall off. They drive you nuts. Everything breaks all the time. Where, you know, these, I haven't heard or seen of any failures with these specifically. So the other thing is, I love how these operate on grass. I mean, you can see on the blacktop, it's kind of the tilt-a-whirl when you get rolling, but when you put some weight in it, it takes some weight off the rear tires, and it allows you to kind of pivot around the front tires a little bit more. So that sort of goes away. But I love these things. I love the wheel ones. Every time I need to do something in the yard, I grab the wheel one. I don't even bother with the tracked ones anymore, because they're just so much easier, and they're easier on the lawn, and they're faster, and all these different things that I could go on and on about. So, you know, is this machine right for you? I would think so. I mean, if you have any reasonably sized yard, and you're sick and tired of blowing your back out every single weekend in the summer, I would say go for it. I mean, these can be picked up for very, very cheap money. The 3s and 4s at the auctions, no sweat. So, you know, there's that. I mean, personally, I think I'm going to keep the 323 one, but just because it's just a little bit bigger, and I don't need the auto leveling. So, you know, that's my opinion. But at any rate, I want to make sure that I got this information out there for you guys, so you could see these machines and kind of get a little more than just the 30-second auction clips about how they operate. So again, I hope this helps you out. It's Cam Sweet from the Garage Connection and Central Digger Supply, thanking you for watching this video, and please stay on those projects. Thanks.